Hey, what's going on? Happy Mother's Day to everybody. I'm really not prepared for this, but I want to jump in real quick. I had a chance to take a quick 15, 20 minutes here. What's up, Dennis? K9, Kenny Ski. Let me give you a wrench, Kenny. What's up, Bill? Bob, G Money. Yeah, we're getting some exciting times here finally. I'm fighting a cold, sore throat, you name it. Too many late nights, too much work. You're welcome, Jay Fowler. I'm going to wait a little bit, give it a little bit more time, get some more people in here. What up, Gary? Yeah, the 300 million tether, that was, you had plenty of time to jump in after that. I did get that Skype note from you, Gary. No, not too much partying, just a little bit. I got a business partner that we're out quite a bit talking business. What up, Steve? Again, just kind of wanted to update my thoughts. These are wild markets. I mean, I've had a nice Elliott wave roadmap, but let's not try to get too cute on that. I wanted to show you some of the Wyckoff charts. It's a little different things going on here. What's up, Christy K9? Haven't seen you in a while. Christopher. So, where do we want to start? I mean, I've given 2 updates on Twitter a little bit ago. Let's go over both of those, just make sure everybody understands a little bit. Because this was the first one, showing that we did a 1, 2, 3, 4, like I've been calling. Could have a new high, and then a bigger ABC before another new high. That's still pretty valid if you want to do Elliott wave. Also, this China changes it, moves it over where we already did the big ABC. That was when it was around 69.18, which was about $100 ago. I was trying to catch that low. You can see this kind of looks pretty cool because this was a previous wave 4, which where you'll find support on the next ABC down. So we came down to support perfect. So that's an easy count to call that, and then that would just mean new highs. The 87.50 or whatever, I don't want to, that's not my target. People ask for a lot of targets. I don't really throw targets. I got to see how it acts as it heads up. So, I mean, this could be a stunted wave 5 where we only, get to 8,000 or something. Or it could be another blow off like a commodity wave 5 that goes to 10,000. So we'll worry about that hopefully a little later after we start rallying from here. And this correction here, ABC, could be, we could do a triangle here, mess around for a week here. We could have ABC down, X up, ABC down. Hold on one second, guys. I got to answer this. Hey, Jerry, I'm in the middle of a YouTube show. Can I call you back? All right. Thanks. Sorry, guys. That was an important call. So, we got ABC down, X up, another ABC. Corrections are hard to call in Elliott wave. So, we'll just watch that again as we go. A couple things we can look at. Here's Bitcoin USD on the software. We did get to a 51 yesterday, which would have gave you a sell up there at 71, 7,200 or so. We're back off. The USD's been a little bit different with some of the Bitfinex shenanigans. So here is Bitcoin USDT. Except with the software, I've had a few problems. What's up, Heather, thy name? Moxon. In the mornings, I have a little bit of a problem. You can see the red bar over here isn't quite correct on this. So it will correct itself sometime here, but I don't have time to try to correct it. But the OP force technometer is correct. So you can see here the technometer did not get overbought on the rally, 45.6. We're down at 42.76. That's because volume did go to new highs here, but you can see this last run up from 68 to 74 did not have any volume on it. And then once again, huge selling coming in. So, well, I don't know. I don't know if that was some type of more of an important top that I'm not catching. But this is a pretty crazy chart because you can see then volume is taking out the previous lows here when Bitcoin was at 5,200. So, and we're almost at 42 in the technometer. If the technometer would come down a little bit more, I'd have another buy signal, which would look like still further higher. So it's going to get harder up here with the volatility, and hopefully everybody's long from lower levels and not trying to get long up here, because this would not be a good place to be wrong. I mean, I think the lows are in, so I think we continue to work higher. Because you can even see, like on this chart, when the OP came down and made these lows, is the reason we had to buy, because price was holding. And we kind of got the same thing now on a more of a couple day, the last week, where OP's coming down, sell volume's coming in, and price is still holding. So it looks like still onward and upward. I mean, as you know, if you watch the show, when we was at Bitcoin 6,000, I was so, it looked like internally we was getting ready for a vertical rise. So I tried to say that without, being wrong and wrong at the top or whatever. But I was really friendly at 6,000, and we did get the blow off. But again, it still looks like we go higher. So a lot of the altcoins aren't doing as much. Let's go back. Anybody new? Also getting a few more followers on Twitter, so a lot of people don't know what we do here. Again, everybody has to know I own Wyckoff, so I do Wyckoff. Elliott Wave I only throw on top of the trades I'm doing to try to get a roadmap, because these buys are all based on the Wyckoff method in our proprietary software. I mean, we talked about this. I hadn't done it. It'd be pretty easy for me from the broadcast. The technometer was about 40 here. That's why I didn't have an all-out buy. But a 40 in an uptrend, which I'm going to explain even on a rally. I mean, that was a 40 technometer, because the technometer ranges from 36 to 50, or excuse me, 38 to 50 in a trading range. So 50 would be a sell in a trading range. What's up, Corey? Thank you. Alvarado, Anthony. So a 50 would be a sell in a trading range, but in a blow-off like this, you just, it'd be hard to sell a 50 on a technometer. That's like selling, and I don't trade the RSI, but that's like selling RSI at 70 or something. That's a lot of times when the best move is starting. So trading range, you can get away with that. In a bull market, you get left behind. So again, here it's usually best to try to buy an oversold technometer after it comes off almost overbought. But again, Bitcoin USDT did not get overbought, nowhere near it. We're at 42. Any more sideways here, we'll probably turn that to another buy. So these are Wyckoff buys, and then when we go here is where I tried to throw a Wyckoff road or a Elliott Wave roadmap on top of it, because we had started this somewhere down in here where I said if we exploded here, this would have been a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, which is exactly what happened. And then our software showed that back here there was huge selling while price was holding. So that meant the smart money down here at 38, 39, 4,000, all these days especially, was picking up Bitcoin. Now somewhere up here, the OP is going to go higher, hopefully. Because again, the OP is volume. So volume was coming down, price wasn't. That means somebody was supporting Bitcoin. On the way up, we would hope to see volume coming in, which would be suckers buying, and price not really responding at some point. That would tell you that the smart money was taking profits, and we could look for what could be our biggest correction since the 31.20 low. So that's what I'm looking for. I don't think the high has just happened. Let's hope that's not the case. I mean, as you know, we fell off yesterday to do the what could have been a little 3-4 here. Well, we went from like 74 down to 68, and then came right back to the 7,600 level. So big volatility here, but I still think we work higher. Obviously, everybody wants to know about the alts. What's up, Dustin? Lodak, Tomcat. You know, I'm trying to trade these markets, watch them as much as I can to get a feel. I don't know what to think of Ethereum and Litecoin and Ripple and Neo and some of these classic. I mean, we've had good buys in the software, showing here. We did get new highs on Ethereum, so not acting bad. But there's different ways to count this that it could try to top out. A lot of people have thrown different counts on this. I might throw an A, B, C, D, E if you want to be bearish. That would be a leading diagonal. Now we need an ABC back down to 130 support. That would be the bearish count. A bullish count is still like we had before, kind of a 1-2, 1-2, slowly subdividing higher. But definitely these things are not acting well while Bitcoin's taking off. And maybe they will, excuse me, sorry about the cold, guys. Maybe if Bitcoin slows up, maybe these coins, Ethereum, Litecoin will turn up. Here's Litecoin with our buy signals from the software. Again, no real sell. I mentioned over here at 87.93, we could go violently sideways. So we have kind of done that. Hold on, Steve, and I will go back to that and maybe try to talk about an up thrust. What's up, Stuart Lloyd? So, I showed an ABC down here, Elliott Wave. Software was friendly over here. I posted on Twitter. Because here, volume came down into this low, made new lows, and price held the 72 level, which gave us the last surge up. The question is now, is that an ABC up? Which means we could have an ABC down, ABC up. We could come back down to 72-ish or so. Do a triangle here before we head higher. Again, a correction could take many different forms. Or this is a 1-2, and maybe another 1-2 and we're ready to explode higher, which would be an extreme bullish count. I guess I'm leaning Bitcoin still going higher. Ethereum and Litecoin will keep stabbing highs, but maybe it could be traded. Nah, no fun being sick. I mean, Fidelity being involved, I don't know about if you're on a pump XRP. XRP has been not exciting at all, as everybody knows. With the news of Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, everybody entering the space, I don't know if that's what's going on here. We mentioned all along, Nick and I did on the show, that I think everybody sold out down to the lows of 3,100. There was no one left to sell. Everybody said that we would have troubles getting back through these levels of 56, 58, 62. All of these, I mean, we blew through all of those. So I think that's still a good look. Obviously, we're going to have corrections, etc. but I still think the bull market has started, and we work hard. I think majority of people got left behind, shorted, didn't want to stay long, etc. So let's go back to excuse me, the long shorts. I've been showing this chart, which I thought was going to be the fuel to get this thing going. Red line down here is shorts. So you can see that they were at all-time highs right here at 6,000 when I was so friendly. They have came off some. They've got further to fall. Damn it, James. I mean, I've definitely gotten more Twitter followers. I've been throwing more on Twitter, giving quite a bit away for free on there that we really put in the Patreon. We're just trying to build up our Patreon. I think we're at 69 people maybe over in Patreon. So we got a great community over there, $30 a month. If you really want to get involved in cryptos, check out the Patreon for sure. Let me see if I can throw that link up here because I don't have. I'm not at my usual broadcast. That's the Patreon link. $30 a month will get you crypto ideas from Nick and I, and also some of the stock ideas that I give over at wyckoffsmi.com. I've been really busy this week's week in review at wyckoffsmi.com. I've not written. I'm going to try to do that here this afternoon. Was bearish stocks into Thursday. Then I did tweet that I had a short-term low in stocks, which kind of helped reverse Friday's losses. So I think we can bounce on the stocks, but probably not huge. Damn it, James, I'm not sure exactly what your question was. I mean, I picked up about 700 quick new Twitter followers, I believe. So we're at 70-30. So again, this blue-orange line, blue is when you're kind of could be topping out. Down here is bullish. These numbers at 3,100 was down here, same place we was the other day when we was at 6,000, which again felt like we were going to ignite. They have rallied because shorts have came off. Longs down here, the yellow line, have increased a little bit. But again, nothing dramatic. So notwithstanding a shitload of volatility, I still think the trend is higher, and you got to stay with it. What's up, Johnny Cool? Let's go to EOS real quick. EOS USD. There's EOS with Elliott Wave that I had on it, where we had kind of called the ride to $6. Could have been completed 5 waves. We've had an ABC down. I did mention that we could maybe have an ABC back up, back to this 575 level, I think is what I was quoting. I mean, we have done that. I guess on EOS, I think maybe sideways here. Continued. I mean, it kind of looks like a Litecoin chart. I don't know whether some of these coins that did lead us need to break or need to consolidate and take a rest. Yeah, the trend's your friend until the end of the trend. So hopefully we can pick some type of end of the trend based on our price and volume analysis. We're going to go through a few more coins here. Decred, I thought maybe would come alive when it got back above this 28 level. We did run to 30.50. Now we're back here at 27.38. So not adding on here as much as I would like, but still trying to move higher. ICX is one. Came back down to the creek. Again, not acting the best. KMD is not doing much. BAT. Hold on here. There's BAT with the Wyckoff markings on it that we had called. Nice accumulation phase here and markup. I did try to buy a spring here, and then we got a little more friendly as we came down to the 30 level. I know on Patreon, Nick came down and picked the low. I came on as well down here at like 30, 32 cents. So it did bounce. 50% retracement. Stopped it cold, it looks like. So again, BAT might have to go sideways here for a while. BNB, USDT, same type of thing. So the question is going to be if Bitcoin can continue higher, what some of these alts are going to do, because you might want to try to lighten up a little bit. I'm going to grab one more thing here in just a minute. Let me log into my charting software on the stock side. Again, for everybody trading stocks, this is the wave. Last Sunday I said I thought we'd have a sell-off in the Wyckoff wave because we were overbought, and that did happen. Thursday we was oversold down here during the day, so I thought we would bounce some. I did tweet that. We was down sharply Friday morning, then recovered. So I think we're going to recover a little bit here on the stock market. Thanks, Rob H7, for the subscribe. TLT, I've been long, still long. Technometer neutral. I'm hoping on a little pullback here, maybe we continue to try to work higher. Gold and silver, I'm a little long. That chart doesn't look quite as good as GDXJ. So I've got minor longs, not risking much. Let's see if that thing can turn around Monday. Square is one that we've been looking at. Again, I think it bounces here, but nothing too strong as of yet. Technometer's neutral, so not giving us much. Ulta is one that I think maybe looks good here, maybe moving forward. I've got small losses on that. I was buying over here. Again, small positions. DGB, yeah, I mean that one's been a disappointment thus far. Here's DGB BTC. I mean, that's not a good chart. I'm not sure what to think of DGB. That's been at anything really a small position for me. So appreciate the follow, Rob. See you, Lodak. Happy Mother's Day to the mother. So yeah, DGB, I don't know. I mean, that's one of those that needs to bounce quickly. No strong opinion there. DGD USD is one that we traded quite a bit in the Patreon. Caught these lows down here at 24. We've been saying that one still kind of looks higher, so that one's been doing all right. Quantum, another one of those that I never was really on. And the chart looks okay here, but the Wyckoff method really wants to be long, stronger stock, stronger coins, so that one, nothing to brag about there on Quantum. Thanks, Aunt AJ. I'm going to wrench you for that. Thank you. Just be careful, guys. I have been on fire here, but, you know, when I really get into the groove and got everything labeled right, you know, it can be uncanny, and then when you get sideways in the markets, you end up just fighting it. So be careful, because I might get cold sometime. What's up, Handy Rams? I don't have any views on WTC. If you catch us this coming week at 6:30 Central Standard Time, which would be about 4 hours from now, Monday through Thursday. Nick and I probably get more information on some of these other coins. Trade feed says I seem clueless. Yep, I'd agree with that. I'm just lucky and spin the wheel here. All right, he's clueless. I gotta get rid of this throat problem. What's up, Maxie? I said I wasn't going to give up here, so we just keep trying to rock and roll. So, what up, Tomcat? Yeah, 40 years, no doubt. And I said I thought the software. I mean, we still have some issues with the software. It's been crazy with that. Everybody knows that. I mean, it has given us some buys, as Mark. No real sells as of yet. No, I was not calling for huge 6,000 resistance. I was calling that we were going to ignite there. Go back to like last Thursday's call. I went on for 75 minutes on how bullish I was. So you got me fucked up. Why did you put a sell on the spot before we dumped before 6K when you were bullish at that time? I had a sell back here on Bitcoin USD. That's the only sell I had. I had all those buys. You're exactly right. I was extremely bullish back there. I thought that was accumulation. I did have a flip-flop sell on Bitcoin USD only. Bitcoin USDT I didn't. As everybody knows, I'm still trying to get comfortable with our software on the cryptos because it acts different than the stocks. So again, that'd be a perfect classic example. And right now, Bitcoin USD, as I showed, this is the 51 and change on the technometer. So Bitcoin USD, but it gave a sell back here as we were breaking out. So, which I knew not to happen because that was after the Tether FUD, etc. What's up, Kenny Ski? So we've done that again, but I didn't give a sell on that because of funky reasons internally on Bitcoin USD. But on Bitcoin USDT, so that's the updated Bitcoin USD. We're 48.5 now coming off an overbought. So if you're following that strictly, yeah, you could have sold some, probably around 7,200. I did say when we blew through 69.40, Friday night late, that would be the first time I tell people to try to start taking profits. I messed around, did a few trades, but really, you could have fooled around and tried to do a lot of trades on the way up and get left behind. So, and I'm still so bullish when it comes to Fidelity and the normal stock investor in these markets that, as I've been saying, it's hard for me to trade too much. What's up, Garrett? You're welcome, Lloyd. So let's try like Ethereum USD. Some of these I haven't updated today because again, I was just thought I'd go live here real quick. I got some stuff to do today, so let's let this Ethereum USD chart load. Yeah, as you can see, I have a few issues on the software till a little bit later afternoon. Martin Max King dropped some numbers like McAfee. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, with Elliott Wave, it looks like if we did complete a Wave 4, I got to reset the software. If we Yeah, this is a sell-off. If this was a huge wave 4, and we're trying to get going here, I mean, we'll have 5 waves up from the 3,100 bottom to a new high above 20,000. So this would be the first. This would be the first wave 1 of that. I mean, so if we get this like I'm calling it, that would be 1. We'd come down and do a 2, and then we probably would, we'd blow to, I'm guessing, close to 20,000, mouse around between 20,000 and do a huge wave 4, and then blow to 25,000, 30,000, who knows? I mean, that's my guess. I don't think guessing like that means much or proves much. But that's kind of what we've been trading off of. That this was a 1 2 1 2 1 2, which meant we had a bunch of 3 4 5s coming to give us that first major 1 wave up. And then we're going to get it. And once we get everybody long, we'll get a huge ABC smash. Thank you, Pity the Fool. Obviously, we're getting a few idiots in here. If Bitcoin goes to 9,000, I mean, I guess I would think Ethereum would heat up. We'd start seeing probably spike through 226, the 240, maybe spike through 255, this previous triangle resistance. I mean, we're having trouble here in the middle of this range here at 211. There's a 205 level stopped us so far, but I guess I would think we'd try to overtake those levels. The last line in the sand for support for a bull market. But I was saying this 4,400 would have been it before we ignited. I mean, I guess I would think 5,000 is huge support now. I mean, I mean, 44, 4,500 would state that we're headed to new lows, I think. But shit, that's, that's 400 points down from here or something. So that'd be ferocious on the downside. But 5,000, I think, would hold this thing pretty well here now. That's this fourth wave, these fourth waves here. And I think you've had so much selling, I just don't think, some type of scare. Maybe we'll see 5,500 again. Get some type of news, etc. What's up, Joshua? I mean, overlap, the 6,000 where I was so friendly. I mean, overlapping on that would be disappointing because that was, once again, a kind of a lift-off area. So I'd hate to see that give away. And I'm anxious to see how Ethereum and Litecoin, some of these, act here, and whether we can get another good trade on them. Right. We've had a little negative news that didn't drop anything out. Got everybody short. And once again, still looking at the long shorts. I mean, it looks like shorts will still have a problem. So I don't think we worry about Bitcoin until we give up on the shorts and get more longs in here. The longs were at this level back here at 3,600 Bitcoin. So you think we can at least get longs back to that level again. And then maybe be a little bit concerned. Raziel, somebody talked about that being a exhaustion gap, and I made a comment. They jumped on me about it. I'm not a big person filling in gaps, and probably not on the CME futures just because it gapped because of being closed, etc. So I don't think there's any validity in looking at gaps on the futures chart. I don't know, pity the fool about an ETF approval. I think all that's coming. I think it's hard to trade on any of that. I still think what happened is on the move down to 3,100, everybody sold. Institutions were slowly accumulating. And that was, again, that was why we had the buy signals, because all the volume was coming into the downside while price was holding. So this was all accumulation. And if you've bought any of the buys we've had on the way up, I mean, besides the 6,000, which again was done really from the YouTube video. You can go back and look at that. I guess that was Thursday. That had to be, May 8th. I mean, that's the only long that would be at risk. I don't want to get too caught up on the LA wave counts because if LA wave was that easy, we'd all be rich. So it's not that easy. Nicholas Prada. We're in a fourth wave down to about 6,600. That could happen. I've been showing fourth wave, so. If you don't have another spike to 6,600, that's cool. A 68.50, 69, I said the fourth wave low was in, so. If it goes down there, it doesn't really change anything. Except if it goes up now, I'm long and you're not. You don't want to be too cute on these things. I would ask you, Nicholas, how long you done Elliott wave? I started doing Elliott wave in 1980, and actually Bob Prechter is Mr. Elliott wave, and I used to talk to him, I think it was $50 a minute in 1980 to share my ideas with him. My boss at that time had a credit card, but I just could hit it for anything I wanted. Cool, Nicholas. I mean, there's a lot of people now doing Elliott wave. There's some other institutions doing it that I think are really good at it. But Bob Prechter at Elliott Wave International is still the man. Yeah, Martin Max King, I wrote about that. You know, we talked about it on YouTube. I mean, if you sold out now, you've got to worry about how to get it back. And that's just something especially for my PCG clients that I manage their crypto portfolios, I mean, I don't want to, I got enough stress. That'd be unbelievable how much extra stress that is by not being long in a market that you want to be long in. Not sure what you mean, Stemodrosmus. I mean, I do some Elliott wave, but I own WyckoffSMI.com. The Institute Richard Wyckoff started in 1931. I throw a little bit of Elliott wave on top of my Wyckoff. I do not trade Elliott wave patterns by themselves. I only put them on top of my Wyckoff signals to give me maybe an idea of how far we're going to run or what type of wave we could be in and what could be coming next. TD sequential, I mean, I like Tom DeMart. Some of that stuff is extremely hard to understand, even for myself. I have all the books. I'd rather just like to know what he's thinking. Every once in a while he does give updates. He sells his ideas mostly to Stephen Cohen and a lot of big name hedge funds. So if you want to really dive in and spend some time, I'd recommend probably look into that. Obviously, I think what you really need is Wyckoff. So that's cool, Nicholas. I definitely, I mean, we're all here to learn. So any views you got, throw them in here, throw them on Twitter, whatever you want to do. I'm still learning. That's why I asked if you've done it for 10 years. I'd be more interested in your thoughts. If you've done it for a year, I probably don't care what you're thinking. ADA USDT. We had labeled this. I know I talked about this on our Discord. Somebody asked me down here at the low, what did I think? And my comment was I thought we obviously taken out this diagonal, ending diagonal. We'd had some support, and then this last point of support came in the same area as preliminary support, and that's a common happening. So I was friendly down there. All I can do now really is just have a stop there maybe and see if ADA can keep it moving. That's one coin that we do like longer term for some of these smaller coins. Yeah, Phil Lacone, I don't follow him enough, Nicholas. I mean, I clicked on a few of his videos. He seems to pick up nickels in front of steamrollers, so I don't. And then he adds to positions, which I've traded on the floor of the board of trade and the options exchange, etc. I know I've seen people pick up nickels in front of steamrollers, and I've seen them go bankrupt. So, and I think some of the trades he does is hard for the average person to do. So, because I think he sells, as they go up, he sells more. As they go up, he sells more, etc. But that's not something that the average person should be doing. You can be 90% right and get your ass cremated because that one loser is going to kill you. So if I'm right about that on what he does, then yeah, I don't really agree with that. But he does talk about, I think he talks about RSI and divergences, etc. So I don't think he's definitely worth listening to and learn a little bit from him for sure. And he is a cowboy, Nate. What's going on? What up, Joshua? I just saw your comments. I think I'd probably agree with everything you said there. Josh was the one that won the stock trading contest that Matt, I think, put on. Yeah, Matthew, I don't know what Phil did on the rally. I know he was bearish, I thought, saying it was going to turn down and then he was just going to walk away for a little bit, stay short. So I think he probably really got hurt. Yeah, Joshua, that was a long time ago. Wyckoff is Richard Wyckoff, the grandfather of technical analysts studying price and volume. I could chart the whole market cap. Yeah, I'll look into that. If you go to wyckoffsmi.com, we got a library with a ton of free information. So go there to check out what Wyckoff is. You can search anywhere on Google. Wyckoff's grandfather, TNA. What's up, Borgle Sky? Bitcoin a little quiet here. Matic. Here's Matic USDT. Not enough info for me to look at. I am impressed with that rally, so I would be long this one, only because of the relative strength and the good volume coming off this low. So I'd be long Matic to follow Bitcoin higher. That's the Bitcoin chart, 4 hour. I think I got Cove down here at the bottom, maybe. Let me see. That's Cove BTC. You won't see me chart many Bitcoin pairs. I think that makes it too hard. Do I follow Willy Woo? No, I don't. Woonomic. $93,000 followers. I'll give him a follow and see what he's up about. Short still liquidating. BitMEX no longer short biased. I'll check him out when I get some time. Please tell me Bitcoin will drop back below 5,000 or not. I think 5,000 is major support. We'll be back down there. I'm going to say I don't think so. All right, Bill. Yeah, I'll check the guy out. Seems like you guys, obviously, a few people in here know about him, so I will check it out. Let's look at Zen USD. That's the 4 hour. Zen continues higher. That's one that Nick caught in our Patreon. So again, if you're interested, Patreon, Nick and I are over there, $30 a month. A lot of people on the channel now are in there, so we got a good group. Everybody having some fun. V-Chain. Continuing to try to test maybe the jump or maybe some resistance here, so I still think that one maybe could be okay. Trying to hold in with all the pressure from Bitcoin rallying. Yeah, Handy Rams, that's tough on the fundamentals. I mean, that's kind of why I found Nick in the beginning. I think Nick's as good as anybody out there. I mean, and obviously he's getting better as we go. So if I'm looking for fundamentals, I'll turn to Nick. And Nick gives a lot of that in the Patreon account. So I do the TNA. He does fundamentals and different things. Then he does a lot of trades on smaller caps that I probably in most cases not trading myself. C Nice, what's up? How big of an effect would Fidelity have? I mean, I don't know. I think all that is tough to discuss. I mean, I don't know. The average investor, I had wealthy investors on the stock side that, you just can't get them to go to Coinbase to open an account. They wanted me to do it for them, or I just said, when you can start doing this, Fidelity and TD Ameritrade and Schwab and things, and you start talking about the biggest performing asset is Bitcoin, people are going to chase it. So they will pay up, they will FOMO in, etc. Thanks, Martin. Yeah, Nick and I don't have any issues, so we're both in this for the long term. Johnny Cool. Well, we got 242 in here watching. Anybody got some more ideas? Anybody sitting on the sidelines want to say hello? I guess I don't really do polls, but we used to do them in the past. I mean, we're at 7,000. So how about let's do a poll right now, 7,500 or 6,500, and get some of these 242 people off their ass and comment. What up, Gary? Are we gonna do? We're 7,000. We're gonna do 6,500 or 7,500 next. Yeah, damn it, James. It was 9 out of 10 millionaires don't want to open an account. And I believe that nobody wants to open the account. All right, I'd say it looks Barrett's a little bit more bullish. I'd say right now it's pretty well even. Maybe a few more 6,500s. What's up, Jeffrey? What's up, Scoob? Hammers. Wow. Pity the fool, a little bearish. I think that's probably 7,500. What's up, Pascal Van Veen? Hello. I don't see anybody. Look kind of even to me. No one leaning any different ways. I think that tells you we're probably, we're doing some type of fourth waves here. Appreciate it deducted out. So I think that tells you that, the people that were bearish have capitulated. You read that exchanges that are having issues liquidated their shorts to raise capital. Haven't heard that. And I hate to read news, so. Damn it, James. Yeah, I mean, that's, when we complete the 5 waves up, you've got to have, because that completes a large wave 1, then you need an ABC down for a 2. Support would be the previous 4th at 49, basically anywhere here on the 5,000 level. I would tilt that a little bit higher, which is what I've done at kind of 5,500, because I don't think corrections will be as deep as you think. What's up, King Bear? Well, we've had some bearish news here. Nick and I brushed that off when we did our show. So yeah, you can't trade off news. XLM, another kind of disappointment. Let's look at XLM here real quick. XLM USD down here at this 10-cent level. I mean, again, it has found some support near the previous area here at 0.093. So I don't know, not a good chart, not a strong one. So, and I just don't know, guys. I mean, I've been watching these markets solid here now for a couple years, but I don't know. Bitcoin's been dominating. I don't know what happens when Bitcoin turns around and lowers domination. Maybe we'll have a big alt run. I would think that, possibly. What's up, Paul? I mean, XRP, I throw the charts from the software, Friday? I mean, we've been calling a spring and a test here. And the rally off of here looked really good. I mean, we went all the way up to 0.34. Now we're back down to 0.31. So disappointing action on XRP. Hasn't heard anything yet. I mean, I think any move back up here at 33, 34 cents could be the start of something big. So let's see. I mean, that thing's really going to sleep. It did that back there at 20 cents before it went on that big tear to $3. So this one might get things going, but it's funny because when I talked about being a stable coin there back when it was at 20 cents, that's when it then finally ignited. So a lot of people are calling it a stable coin now. So maybe we're finally ready for XRP to shake it up. So I don't think it hurt to be long that with a close stop. Glad to see you in here, Steve. That's all I really got, guys. So need to get back, write my stock letter. If you do U.S. stocks, bonds, you can sign up for my free weekend review at wyckoffsmi.com. I'm going to tell you, got to keep tooting. LearnCrypto.io. Go to the cryptocurrency and Wyckoff course at $2.99. If you want to really learn how to try to help you trade these markets better. Appreciate it, George. I'm going to give away a few wrenches here. Trying to build up this community. We've got a great group in here. Let's keep building so we can ride this bull market back up. Cheers, Steve. Neil. There's a wrench, Neil. Yeah, that was a crazy run, damn it. There to $3. I hear you, Bill. What's up, David? Yeah, I think I'm recovering, so I think I'm getting better. The wrench just really shows that you're probably more of a supporter, and we want to hear your views. We really don't give wrenches out until we know somebody's not in here trolling and being stupid. So just trying to keep it all business. Hey, Heather, nice to see you. What up, King Bear? Try some Zantac. I used to do that years ago when I had ulcers. When I was much younger. No ulcers since then. 250 watching. When we close up here, I'm going to run our outro. I usually run an outro, Who is Wyckoff? So new people will kind of get a feel for who Wyckoff was. He's kind of there's an article, he's a pioneer of technical analysis, kind of bringing volume in to the analysis. 1931 started Wyckoff Stock Market Institute. All right, Nicholas, nice to have you, man. I'm going to wrench you too. $70.46 on Bitcoin. So let's go look at the 5-minute. The last recovery was 70.78. Would love to see that taken out. You can see here that does look a little bit like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So anybody new on Elliott Wave? I'm guessing that's an irregular flat, which means you had an ABC down, an ABC up. Then you look for 5 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down to previous 4th wave support. I mean, so that was classic. That has helped me, along with our software, gave me all the previous buy points that we've shown. So setups like that is why we've given buys shown on the chart. The thing is now the software, I do not have a buy. If we go back to Bitcoin, USDT, first of all, I'm going to show up the intraday. Let's do this for anybody who came in late because there's still 258 in here. This is Bitcoin USDT. The OP keeps track of 5-minute volume and accumulates it. So you can see here volume, once again, huge selling coming in. Takes out the previous low at 5,200 Bitcoin. Those type of things has always led to rallies. And we're going to see here, the last rally here from 7,000 to 7,500 volume did not come in. So again, that might be the first sign there's selling coming in. But I don't think it's, I don't think the high's in yet. But be careful. The technometer, we're still around 42 on Bitcoin USDT. And again, because of the shorts, I just don't see that we made a big break here. Mohammed, I mean, my indicators are proprietary to Wyckoff, so it's really just on our software. I didn't want to get them stolen, so we never have made it available anywhere else. So, I'm using the software for myself. There's still issues on smaller coins, so we're trying to get all that still fixed. So it's helping me, but I think it'd be more helpful on down the road. So on down the road, you're already going to get those indicators directly from us. It won't be a trading view. I think some people have added some things like David Weiss, who's a older student back from, I think, the 75 or so of our institute. Great guy. So some of his Weiss wave indicators are available, I think, on TradingView, which I think would be helpful. But it's not our OP force and technometer. The OP is really a 5-minute on-bounce volume, but most software packages won't let you take it back a month. They might let you take it back 5 days, 7 days, so you'd have to drag the chart, etc. So that makes it a little bit tougher. And our technometer is kind of an RSI, but it's based on price, time, and volume. 2019 year-end prediction. I don't think those mean much, but I would say, but I guess I would think we'll be up there at 10, 12,000 or something. I think we'll have a pullback into August, September, and then rally in the end of the year. XRP USD, I'd mentioned, I'd hate to see 29 give away. I'd still be long here, and I think a move above 33 would probably be friendly. A move above 34 and change would be more friendly. And maybe we'll get a run here, but XRP's not been doing very well. Big disappointment. What up, DSV? There's a wrench. All right, guys, 3:20 here. I got to get going. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And again, I'm going to run this outro. Who is Wyckoff? Anybody new could check that out. Go to wyckoffsmi.com. I took the course in 1982, got ranked 12th in the nation in a real money competition. Did like 5, 6 more competitions where I placed. Any competition I got in is talked about on the website. I was forced to do that by regulators, so I really killed anything I got in, strictly because of Wyckoff. So, what up, Nate? It's 4:20 somewhere. So, Wyckoff's the answer, I think. A lot of information for free at wyckoffsmi.com. Learncrypto.io. So, check it out. We'll see you on some more volatility, or Nick and I will see you Maybe tomorrow night at 6:30 Central Standard Time.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stockbroker on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell volume was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907, I created the magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and create the Richard D. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff Stock Market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.